Today I'm doing another one of those little unscripted rants where I just talk about anime shit and give my opinions on things without really scripting things and go in depth on how I should say things. This is just me talking and spewing out nonsense, I guess. Today I'm giving my initial opinions on both BNA, a new anime that I'm absolutely loving, and RetroCrush, a new streaming service that is 100% free and focuses on retro anime. First off, BNA. I went ahead and looked at what was going to be airing in the coming seasons, spring 2020, and I saw this. This stuck out to me. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting cover art with a furry holding a basketball. I'm gonna look into this. It's being done by Trigger. Oh, that's gotta be great. Went ahead and watched the trailer. Fucking loved it. Looks amazing. Basketball furry anime done by Trigger. How can this not be great? Character designs look great. I'm just saying great over and over again. Haha. So not too long ago, I found out that it's already available on Japanese Twitter. Not Twitter, fuck, Netflix. And you can access that via VPN or pirate shit. And then it's coming out in 2 days on the 8th for American Netflix. I already watched everything. Watched the first 4 episodes in 1 day, and then the next day I watched the other 2 episodes that are after that. So I've seen all 6 episodes that are currently out. The first 3 episodes did a really good job of just generally building the worlds and introducing the viewer to what they're watching. But then episode 4 had a bit of character development. Trigger has worked on Kill la Kill when that's generally just a thing people know. It's a thing that they are known for, and that's part of why I was really hyped for BNA. A recurring theme, or just general theme with Kill la Kill was the theme of self-acceptance, self-expression, and in Kill la Kill, Ryoko was slowly more accepting of herself and her abilities that she was given with Senketsu. This is mirrored in the fact that in BNA, Michiru was initially not a beastman, but became one, and the reason she came to Anima City, the main city in BNA, was to try and find a way to turn back to a human, because she didn't know how to actually go back and forth. All beastmen have a human and beast form. She was constantly stuck in her beast form. She just generally wasn't able to really accept that, and then in episode 4 she gets a chance to be in her human form, completely by accident. Later on she changes back, and she is fine with it. She just stays as is. She doesn't seem mad, and is just chill. Since she, like, initially was not wanting to be a beastman, I saw that as, like, going against Trigger's, previous theme of self-acceptance and self-expression, but then because of what happened in episode 4 with that character development, I felt that it's actually kind of turned shit around and made them continue on with that, and I like that. That's some good shit. As for the other 2 episodes that I watched in my second day, episode 5 and 6, the last 2 episodes that are currently out, episode 5, that hit home for me in a way that likely won't for other people, for reasons I will not state. But it was the first time that we actually had some sports in the show. It's kind of funny that my initial impression of the show, based from cover art and promotional shit, was it's gonna be a basketball furry anime, and then there's no sports going on, except for now there's some shit going on. That's not what really hit home for me, but it led for some really interesting stuff going on, some fun animation. Here's a fucking amazing clip right now. You know, just imagine the graph for, like, a story like for progression. It was just like up, down, for like the early building events, shit that's just going on in the first few episodes. Episode 6, shit just immediately spikes up. It doesn't like gradually start going up. It's an instant. The line just goes up. There was no curve. It just went up. Um, shit just went crazy in episode 6. We got introduced to the cult. I'm not gonna say any more about the cult. And of course the villain. And the villain was just generally well crafted. I'm spoiler warning right here. If you don't want spoilers as to who the fuck the villain is, skip ahead right now. The fact that Michiru was constantly talking about her friend, her best friend from when she was still in the human world, well, not human world, but just living in human society, and saying how much that friend meant to her, and then having it be revealed that that villain, that the series' main villain, was her old friend, even if it's something that you saw coming, was really impactful. And just bam, there you go, good shit. That the first 6 episodes of this show were good shit. So as for RetroCrush, I'm currently just on a uh Android emulator, good old BlueStacks, and this shit. There's a lot of good series on here. I mean, just from what I like, I recognize a lot of the names here. I haven't seen a lot of things here. I want to watch Bladesbub, but I'd rather watch that dubbed, and they only have the sub. There's a lot of stuff here that there's only the sub for, which kind of surprised me because it's a streaming service catering to fans of retro anime, so I kind of expected, oh, um, the audience for this might be some people who aren't really watching a lot of modern stuff and probably just want to watch stuff how they would have watched it back in the old day, with just picking up a VHS, putting in the VHS player, and hearing some English with the language they know. Um, and then for a second I was like, maybe this kind of invalidates my hoarding of VHS tapes, in not in the extent of me collecting, but in the extent of I don't need to get those in order to watch them. But after looking through the library, that removed that belief, and again, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Some of the stuff on here was not actually available legally. You could find it online, but stuff was stuck in licensing hell, which is an issue with a lot of older series. But stuff that stuck out to me initially was Otaku no Video, which is a classic and stuff that I'm going to be watching. And Urase Yatsura, and it's like, oh sweet, they got the good old classic Urase Yatsura. I have yet to watch any of that stuff, and I've been wanting to watch it for a while. But then I realized, oh wait, it's only the movie and the second one. What am I what am I gonna do with that? And then it's the same thing with the fact that I saw a card Kepler Sakura was on here, but it's also only the movie. Both dubbed and sub, but just okay. Thank you for making stuff available for people who want to watch either. But again, it's only the movie. Then I also saw Die Buster, which good old Gynax. I'm gonna watch this. Because I saw this recently, and I was like, oh, I should try and find a way to watch that soon. And then this service comes out, and oh, there it is. It's directly available for me to watch. Overall, with this service being new and just kind of fresh, and not having a lot of time to build its library, it's a good start, but give it some time. This looks cool. So yeah, definitely gonna be giving this service a try, and it's nice that it's free. All the people that were on Twitter saying that they're still gonna pirate stuff even with this existing, I'm like, why? Why? That makes literally no sense.